Welcome back to AM Northwest. It's a no-bake dessert that highlights our local strawberries. Here to share her delicious recipe, we welcome back chef, podcast host, and author of Braids, Sonya Sanford. Great to see you again.
So good to see you, Helen.
We just saw the wonderful varieties of strawberries that we could get from Josh, and now you've kind of highlighted what we can make with strawberries.
When strawberries are in season, especially when they get really good, I love to use them in fresh ways in dessert.
Yeah, sure.
I just have to preface, Italians would not be okay calling this a tiramisu because tiramisu should have espresso and chocolate.
Oh, okay.
But this really is the technique of tiramisu,
Yeah.
and that's why I'm calling it that.
Okay.
Which you start with your strawberries.
Okay.
And do you know how to hull a strawberry? A lot of times people
no.
just slice here.
That's what I do,
and you end up wasting a lot of strawberry.
True.
Instead, you can use a small knife, doesn't have to be this shape, and you take out just that part.
Oh, perfect.
And then you have a lot more strawberry left.
Right.
You slice those strawberries up that you're going to be using, and you just combine them with a little bit of sugar.
Okay.
Oops.
What kind of sugar is
This
that?
is just organic, regular.
Okay.
But you can use any regular sugar.
Okay.
I do a drop of fruit liqueur, like orange or berry, to get my, this is called macerating your berries.
Oh, yes.
Which is just sort of letting them, you know, release their juices.
Yeah.
Have the sugar really seep into each piece of the fruit. I like to add a pinch of salt to everything because it helps bring out the flavor.
Flavor, for sure. Absolutely.
And we let those sit. In the meantime, I've already done this for us, but what I do is I take raw egg yolks and sugar.
I have to interrupt you. For some reason, I thought macerate meant to like pound them down. So now I've learned that a new definition here.
It's really just sugar and fruit
combined. And letting it sit and bring out the flavor. Gotcha.
And a little bit of usually like lemon juice or liqueur.
Yeah.
So here I've had egg yolks that I've combined with sugar over a double boiler, which is just a heat-proof bowl on a pot of simmering water. I've already done this in advance because we need it to cool a little before we mix it with our other ingredients.
So it's just egg yolks and anything else?
Yeah, it's just egg yolks and sugar. And the reason I do this is to kill any bacteria in the eggs. Traditionally in tiramisu, some people just do raw egg yolks and sugar without doing it over heat. But I like to take this extra step so if I have pregnant guests or people's sensitivities, I can still serve this dish. If you aren't worried about raw egg yolks, you don't have to heat them.
Okay.
Then we add heavy cream.
I'm surprised sitting over the heat, it didn't scramble.
No, you're constantly stirring and you're helping that, you know, not scramble. And it's a low heat. So you do it for 5 minutes over low heat. And that's why you have a double boiler because you're not putting it on a direct flame.
Right.
And that keeps it from scrambling.
Okay.
It's how you might make a hollandaise sauce too.
Okay. So you just put in...
I just put in mascarpone, which is like a tangy, thick Italian cheese, almost like a sour cream but thicker.
Yeah.
Heavy cream, those egg yolks. And now I'm gonna just, do you wanna do this a little bit?
Yeah.
Beat it together.
Okay.
And let it go for just a minute. We want it to thicken. So I'm gonna increase the speed. We want it to thicken, but we don't want it to be too whipped cream-like.
Okay.
It's almost there.
Almost there, all right. Is the goal to get rid of the lump?
Yes, to get it smooth, thickened, and fully incorporated.
Okay.
Right,
I see it.
Yeah, it's almost there.
Okay. Look how pretty that is.
Okay, that's wonderful. And now we're just gonna add a few little extra flavorings to this. We'll add a splash of vanilla extract. This is just homemade, but any vanilla extract or vanilla paste will do. A splash of salt. And then I'll just give it one quick stir.
Okay.
And I don't want to over mix this.
Sure.
Because that will get too thick. If you've ever had a great tiramisu, you know it has a sort of lightness to it.
Yes, for sure.
And this will thicken too as it sets. All right, now we get to assemble. So instead of espresso, which is what you typically dunk your lady fingers in, I'm using a mixture of orange and guava and passion fruit. You can do just orange. Yeah, I like the tropical element. You can do just orange juice though, if you don't want to find, but you can find like these cans of, you know, Hawaiian juice almost anywhere.
Yeah.
And I dunk each lady finger in the juice for just a few seconds, get it fully coated.
It doesn't have to soak in it.
No, not too long. I mean, at home I might give this a little more time than we're doing today.
Sure.
But it can happen pretty quick. And then you're layering like a lasagna almost.
Yeah.
So then we put the rest layer, moving fast.
Yeah, you're doing a great job.
And then we add half of this cream.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
And again, if there was a little more time, I would have had this thicken just slightly, you know, but it is going to thicken as it sets. And you want to eyeball about half.
About half, okay.
And then we take our strawberries.
That have been macerated.
That have been macerated. We stick almost all of them in the center. We can keep some for garnish on the top.
Okay.
And then we do another quick layer. And move fast. I'll probably throw a bunch in at a time.
Oh, so there you go. There, now you're thinking.
Now I'm using TV thinking. But for the sake of time, normally I really would do this one by one. And then we'll add a few more. And I'm making a mess.
That's okay.
But that's very Italian.
Yeah.
Keep it loose, keep it exciting. Then I top it with the rest of my cream mixture.
Oh my gosh. This looks like the dessert to beat all desserts. I have
mean,
to
don't
say.
you think strawberries and cream, any combination,
yes.
It just screams summer to me.
Yes.
All right, I tuck that in there.
Okay.
And then we would let this set. I would put this in the fridge for at least several hours, 2 to 3 hours, ideally even overnight. And let's scoop some out for you to try.
Okay.
Yeah, you
I'll
got
let
it?
you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Wow.
And see, it really thickens up overnight.
Look at that.
And there you go.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
Strawberry tiramisu.
Oh, wow. Wow. It's been great talking with you. Thank you so much. No, I love it. We're going to put the recipe on our website at khu.com. So, and also check out Braids is the name of her book, Sonya Sanford. And then you have Food Friends with some podcasts. Check that out as well. All right, we'll be right back with more AM Northwest. Don't go away.
Thanks so much.
This is so good.